Welcome back. We're the Bearded Bastards with the Villain's Demand. I am the DM of the hour, Smiley.
Hey guys, I am Evan the Great of the Villain's Demand, and I am playing Grom, Whitehammer, Monk Paladin. Also, I'm ready to two-thirds dumpster.
JVD, and I'm playing Brawldrack, Whitehammer, and rest in peace, Ord.
Oh,
Even though we're way far from that timeline-wise.
Hey, I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villain's Demand, and I'm playing Travok Whitehammer, Fighter Wizard, and I'm not wearing a beanie today.
it's weird.
I know, right? It feels weird.
And you're wearing a vest and a
Which is
button-up
also
collar shirt.
I know.
Which
It's like
is also
something changed in your life.
It did.
Today you're just weird. This is episode 9 of our Out of the Abyssal excursion.
I think he went to the wrong church.
Yeah? Oh. I love the church D&D.
Grom,
Yes.
give us a recap.
All right. Recap from last session. As the party progresses to escape, we lost. Actually, the episode before that, we're having nightmares, different things going on. They continue to do that, and on the I don't know what night we're on. Is it the 28th day?
It's the 28th morning.
Yeah, the 28th morning. Well, I guess the 27th night. We wake up to Turvy screaming.
Topsy.
Or the Topsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Topsy screaming, and we go to find out what's going on. We think she may be in a deep nightmare, and we find out that she's panicking because her brother, I guess, has been taken. So we go look for Topsy. We're trying to find him. We get out in the wilderness, and we find that he's strung out upon the ground, split open from the chest to the stomach. We start looking around for evidence. We can't really find anything at the time. But we do notice that his organs are moved around and they're different, and we're trying to find out why. So we start questioning her on why they look like that. It gets to the point to where she ain't really telling us anything. So one of my brothers decided to tell her we're going to split her open and look.
I was trying to intimidate her, man.
It worked.
Eventually, by doing that and a few other things, we want to find out that they're were-rats, and there's her and her brother are were-rats. And now we have decided to venture off and look for the killer, or the, what do they call that, the serial killer?
The murderer.
The murderer.
Has there been more than one death?
There will be.
There will be.
Yeah.
Also, last episode, we killed a cow, and that was very awesome.
That went horribly wrong.
It went horribly wrong.
That baby cow had a shit ton
I
of...
was wondering if you were going to mention that.
And they tricked me with fake alcohol, which I think is real.
Oh, and you forgot the arcane markings around the body. The
I
fake
forgot about
arcane
that.
markings. They don't mean anything.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They don't mean anything to you.
All that goofiness and silliness combined
Wizard.
into a tornado for yours truly, the Villain's Demand D&D crew to try to find out.
By the way, I already know who done this murder.
So, it's me.
Oh, I don't.
Is the Rock Gut Ripper.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Remember how he was murdering
We're out.
chicks like that?
We're
It's
out.
the gnome slasher.
There's no way this party can find him.
Yeah. Ask Kevin.
It's a night stalker.
Oh no, Rock Gut Ripper, trust me.
No, he wears a nice
It got pretty dark when Rock Gut Ripper showed up. Anyways, continue on.
Now, where last left off, were the two of you going to get everyone else?
I did. Everybody
You
else
did?
stayed back.
We stayed.
Alright.
We're watching her, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give me a quick survival check to find a way back on your own.
Oh, shit.
Man, is it that hard?
Well, you've been traveling for an hour. You also had another search party.
18.
18? Yeah, that's fine. After you find your way back quicker than you found the body. The ones that you had left behind are still there, but the ones that went searching, aside from y'all, are still gone.
Okay, run that by one more time.
All right, you split up. You had two groups
Yeah, we had
searching,
two groups
and
search.
left one group behind.
Right.
The ones that left behind are still there, but the other ones have not come back yet.
Okay.
Who's the other group?
Let's see, there's
It was Eldeth, Seraph, and Jindar.
us, Eldarin,
Yeah, he went with him.
Jinjar. Who's Jinjar?
Oh man, I'm about to be
Big
130.
gnome.
Big gnome.
And
Derendil?
Eldeth.
Okay, so they stay back. Okay.
So we went out.
We went this way, they went that way, they stayed there. I have went and brought these people here.
Oh,
Or that's where I'm at right now, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the gnome and the,
It is Bubido, Derendil, and Shushar.
Derendil, the one that does magic?
Derendil is the Fogoth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Bubido is the one that does magic.
Okay.
I feel that these people are capable of taking care of themselves. I will not go get them.
Alright,
I will get these guys and bring them with me.
alright. You've already made your way here, you have it pretty pegged down where you're within a fraction of the time of the initial discovery, you can take them to it.
Okay?
Is there anything you're wishing to do on the way or say anything?
No. I want everybody to be completely caught off guard.
Derendil is curious as to what's going on.
I'm gonna tell him that you just have to come see it for yourself.
Did you find the gnome?
We need help with the gnome, is what I'm gonna tell him.
Oh, of course. Is he okay?
He's around. This is what I'm gonna say. He's
He's around here and there and there.
Over yonder.
I'm doing whatever I can to avoid telling them where the gnome is at.
So you were like, hey, look at that mushroom. It's,
I'm hoping his wise words will help talk the gnome out.
Shushar picks up on that you're trying to hide something, but doesn't pry in. He just kind of nods to you and follows along.
So, and like I said, I'm just going to judge their reaction
Yeah.
when we get there.
As you approach, the smell of fresh set necrosis begins to fill your nostrils. It's becoming slowly more and more apparent to everyone as to what has happened. When they enter the cavern, Derendil gasps loudly and holds his hand to his face. It looks as if Shushar's trying to stifle back vomit. Bupido, which is always the odd one, has just kind of quirks an eyebrow.
I'm going to do a little insight, see if any of these guys are putting it on. Probably going to fail. That was a 3, an 8.
They all seem to be.
I'm gonna like, this is where we found Kirby.
It is rather ghastly.
That's an easy way to put it.
What could have done this?
It's a good question.
There are headquarters in the tunnels, but none of them are capable of something like this.
Well, I'm going to kind of look at him and look around everybody else. I imagine someone with us done it.
I want to talk to Upido and ask him to take a look at these arcane symbols that are drawn around.
I'll give it a crack.
I tell them they mean nothing to me.
They appear to have some kind of religious orientation, but other than that, I do not know.
I don't know why I've just thought about this until now. Detect magic. Do they glow?
The sizzles,
Yeah, anything in this area glow.
you can see traces of the weave leading the sizzles.
While I'm at it, I'm gonna look at everybody else to see if anything glows upon them.
Upon them, not quite. Give me a perception check.
14.
You see faint traces of feathers of the weave around Derendil's head.
Okay.
Bubido, being a spellcaster, has much of the weave around him.
Okay. I just gotta keep that to myself. I'm gonna tell them, the runes, these arcane markings, they glow, but I don't know much about the arcane.
Yeah, I'll just throw my 2 cents and be like, these mean nothing to me, and I'm quite proficient in arcane magic.
Do I notice anybody that's in the party that has any kind of shakes right now besides Turvey?
Give me a side check.
Who's inside?
I'm gonna take some of my incense and light it to get rid of the smell.
Alright.
4. Throw 2.
I want to see if anybody seems a little too interested or excited. Can you say?
Inside check. Everyone seems genuine.
Okay.
It's a 10.
10 even?
10 even.
Nah. Everyone seems like they normally act, for the most part, considering circumstances.
The cuts were like clean on it. Like,
They were practiced.
so actually, I was looking for somebody with shakes. I think they would not have shakes on that. I would probably be, I'll still use the same roll, but I would probably be looking for somebody calm, but I
Can I
didn't
do
know
a
if
medicine
anything.
check on the body?
You've already have.
Oh, did
Yeah, we
okay.
didn't know that last
Like 3
time.
times.
Did I do it for the precision of the cuts?
Yes.
Okay. So would we say they were done by somebody with like medical knowledge?
Not so much medical, but it looks like someone's practiced.
Yeah, as I say,
Okay.
because, yeah, due to the way of the cuts. Somebody needs to go get the others. I will gladly do that myself if need be, but someone's gonna have to stay here.
Would you like me to accompany you?
I don't think it'd be safe for you to go by yourself, because what if they did it?
Well, I'm gonna take Dendril with me.
Okay.
He's seemed pretty trustworthy
I
so
would-
far.
I would love to get out
Yeah,
of here.
because I'm obviously he's wanting to leave.
I've dined with this man.
So that, and I'm very curious of the runes that's over his head as well that I see magically.
You know, like, I like to detect magic as you see the fabric.
Yeah, the fabric of, yeah, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
So, and I know he's been saying that he was an elf.
Yeah.
So, and or maybe for all I know, it's something that maybe caused him to do this. I don't know.
Madness.
But he's always been beside me on the front line, and I trust him enough right now. So, if you guys want to watch, I mean, unless you guys have a better plan.
No, it's fine. We'll stay here. Me and Grom. We'll
Unless
keep
you've
an
got
eye
any
on-
type of defensive spells you care to cast on us before we leave.
I don't have any. I'll mind
Stool's
our
moving to
offensive.
follow you as well.
I'm going to tell him, little buddy, you have to stay here. You cannot come with me.
But I can help you find them.
How?
I know where Seraph is.
I want to pick him up and bring him along then. Because he has become very useful in certain situations so far.
You make a backpack for him. Put him in the backpack. Like,
No, man, I like kind of hold him up on my arm and behind my shield.
yeah.
That's what I've been doing. So that's why I'm putting him. He's real
You
small.
gotta get a
you know.
Bjorn for him.
Yeah.
Now, see, if you get a backpack and give him a crossbow, then he watches your back.
But he doesn't have fingers. He don't have fingers. He's just got little, like...
Yeah, they're like nubs.
Nubs.
We should make a mushroom crossbow.
They're going off to find the others. You two are alone with everyone else. Do you wish to converse with them, ask them anything?
I tell Trock he's in charge while I'm gone. And I kind of look at Grom. Give him that look like, I'll slap you if I find out.
I feel like I'm not even paying
something's wrong.
attention.
Grom's like, I'm in charge.
Because at least that's what I said, I'm kidding.
That's how you say it too. Grom in charge.
Grom angry.
Are you two wanting to discuss anything with the Shusar, Bubido, Turvy?
Yeah, I'll probably talk to Bubido because he's a spellcaster too.
Yes.
Have you ever seen anything like this? You're from the Underdark, correct?
You see several things like this, especially associated with cults.
Any known cult?
In my personal opinion, all gnomes are in a gnome cult. But I feel the same about most other beings. Yourselves included, no offense.
Oh, that's fine. Have you ever seen anything, I mean, in this manner, exactly like it? Or these rooms, do they match any cult?
Exactly like it? Not quite. There's several things. Drows carve up bodies. Kilatoans are known to do such a thing. Not in this specific manner, more chaotic, frenzied, like a shark. But for the most part, the symbols are distinct yet common.
They don't seem to have a rhyme or reason, though.
It would matter to the individual. Like when you write your spells, is it the same as, as another wizard's, or is it like how I write my magic?
I see what you're saying.
What is meaningless to some is meaningful to another.
Every artist interprets art differently.
You're just bugging me. Just help me.
I just forget the one's name at the time. I asked Topsy, does she know any of these people besides their brother before they got captured?
None.
Do you know if any of them have any wares from maybe where you're from?
Any what?
Any wares, like
Wares?
clothing or?
Oh, gotcha. Not that I can think of. Gems are dresses as is common of bringing a stone, but other than that,
Graham is starting to think in the back of his own mind, whoever done this maybe knew that Topsy and Terry were what we know they are now, and they wanted to prove it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll ask Topsy if there was any bad blood between them or anybody else in the party.
we're naturally untrustful. It's our nature, given our nature.
Well, I mean, did anybody have words
No,
with him, or did he cross somebody?
no. Terry doesn't like to speak much. He's essentially mute, anyone but me. Give me a survival check with advantage that is still, you feel that he's accurately pointing you around.
I'm being very cautious during this. I'm telling Dendril what I know, except for her being aware where I'm at.
Alright, you leaving that out?
Yes. Thank God for advantage. 17.
You go to your campsite, go down the pathway they went. After what seems like about 45 minutes of leaving the camp, you start to hear voices.
Okay, perception.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask Dendril if he hears it.
He's talking too loudly. Oh yes, and then that. This is horrible business. Did you see?
I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna like put my hand over his snout. Do I have advantage on perception?
No.
Okay. Shall I roll one for him?
You
No,
can.
you say he's talking loudly. Ain't worried about it. Hey.
Oh.
On the die.
You hear the voices of Eldeth and 3 new voices speaking
Eldeth is a dwarf, right?
in Dwarven.
Okay.
All the voices are speaking in Dwarven.
Okay.
It's very exclamatory, as almost joyous, but you can't make out exactly what's being said.
I'm going to cautiously approach and listen.
As you round the bend,
I'm going to use one more spell on myself. And Dendril, since he can't shut his mouth up, silence.
now does that prevent noise from entering as well?
Very true. Let me look
I
into
think
that.
it does.
Yeah,
Because
it
the area
blocks
sound.
there.
I know it nullifies magic.
I have an idea though.
I do love that spell. It's a fun spell.
Yeah, especially against spellcasters. Alright. I'm going to tell Dendril to be still. I'm going to cast it on him, but enough that when I walk, I could stick my head outside of it.
So you're aiming where he's on the inside edge, but you are not. All right.
Well, it's a point I choose within range, and he is my point. He is the fixation of my point. And I'm going to be just enough so I can literally keep my head outside.
He starts saying, "That's doable," and because I was.
And I'm going to tell him, and when he looks at me, I'm like, put my finger like, quiet. Maybe he'll think that he's being quiet. Now, but here's my thing though. Stool speaks telepathically to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
He releases a cloud of spores that, when you breathe them in, you can build a telepathic communication.
I can't see him making a lot of sound. Stool. Has he ever made a lot of sound?
His body itself is kind of soft and padded.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have him walk right outside of this. That way, if he hears things, he can communicate to me telepathically.
Right.
And then I'm walking just with where I can hear outside of it.
Give me another perception check as drawing close. Actually, did you get a 20 on the last one?
Yeah, I got 20.
You're fine.
Thank God that was a 1.
You start to hear, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I found you. Oh my God." Like absolute joyousness coming from Eldeth. You hear new voices coming in. "What have you been so long, girl?" And it goes back and forth like this. You hear Sereth grumbling. And you kind of hear a tuneful whistle from Jinjar. You're at the bend that enters into where they're at, the chamber they're in.
So I'm still approaching as quietly as possible.
You roll me a stealth check.
Do I have advantage for being in silence?
We're outside of silence.
No, I'm keeping my head outside my radius.
Okay, I gotcha.
That would be a 7.
A 7? I'm going to give you advantage because all of your head's in it.
20. Or 20. I have no bonus.
You are a ghost. Essentially, the conversation is going back and forth like that. Like, just so I can find each other. Yada, yada. From what you gather, that this was Eldeth's group that she was lost with. Their names, from what you pick up, is Uthrin, Undar, and Dethella.
Lutheran, Udar.
Undar.
There's an N in there, okay. And what was the last one?
Dethella.
Death.
Did. D-I. And an individual named Danthas is missing.
Danthas.
Yes.
Is missing. Why does it sound like these are all like twins? They're all like born together. But they're dwarves, so I guess that all makes sense. Okay.
I'm just very unimaginative, actually, yeah.
Okay. And I see this, right?
Yes.
I'm really looking hard here. Where's the, okay, and the other two are still with her, right?
Yes. Sereth, it looks like he's trying to hurry them along. Jimjar is kind of just eyeing them up while whistling to himself.
Okay.
So,
They look ragged, exhausted, and almost wild-eyed.
Something, because I don't know what to make of this due to the fact that there has been a lot of stirring with the mind this entire time. You said they looked wild-eyed, right?
As if they've been here by themselves
Yeah.
for a long time.
I'm just going to kind of hang back and watch. Maybe, no, I'm not going to try to get the drow's attention. Because I don't want to try to get anybody else's attention as well. I'm just going to try to hang back and watch out and see what happens.
They will keep going back and forth and for about another 30 minutes. Then Eldeth will offer them to come with her. Sarah says, "Is this wise? We do not know them. Aye, but I do, you bloody drow. He just holds up his hands, and Jim Jar just shrugs.
Okay, which one's Jim Jar?
Deep gnome.
Deep gnome.
He's the one that,
These guys backwards. What's on?
he's pretty on the level.
I'm gonna make my presence known.
You just walking out.
I'm going to tell Dendril to stay. I'm gonna tell him, like, point to ground, I'm gonna watch. I can't make sure he watches.
You should tell him to sit and stay.
Yeah. Pat his head.
He goes,
I'm going to try to go up, see if he can read my lips and be and let him know I don't trust this.
what's his intelligence?
I thought he was pretty intelligent.
He is too.
Let me find his sheet here. He's got a 10.
Right on.
He's smarter than me.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
he knows exactly what you're saying. He's mouthing stuff back to you.
Okay. You know, because if I need you, they won't know you're here.
He does this motion, and then goes,
Okay, so he understands attack stuff, is what I'm assuming. Okay.
give me an intelligence check to see if you can get what he's trying to say.
That would be a 14. 15. I am smarter than him by 1.
He's trying to say, drop this so I can hear if there's trouble.
Okay. And I'll drop it for him.
He doesn't say anything, he just kind of crouches down as if he's ready to spring.
I just realized something. Let's see. Okay, it says senses that he had. I thought he had scent, but never mind. Okay, and
I believe he can use his nose.
yeah, that's why I was wondering. Like, I'm gonna point to his nose and act like I'm sniffing the air, see if he smells anything that's off. What's this?
What are you talking about to speak?
Okay, well, for me, beard, 4 dwarves is what he's saying. Okay, got him. Okay. I'm gonna pick stool up, put him behind my shield so he's not seen, and I'm gonna make myself known.
He just strut out there. Tink, 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 tink.
Yep, I'm gonna be like, Eldrin, you found our kin,
Bro, I found him.
and you were going to leave us behind.
No, I was bringing them back to the camp.
So, I'm gonna kind of look at the other 2 that were with her. and
From
kinda-
what you guys wanted to say, she was trying to bring them back to camp.
Okay. How do the other 2 seem to feel about this thing? Like when I show up, what's their reaction?
Jinjar just kind of looks at you and shrugs as she's saying this. Seraph looks kind of worried and a little bit off today. Did I notice you?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell them. Well, then let's head back. Everybody's waiting on us.
See, I told you he's wonderful.
We've already found Turby.
Was he okay?
He's fine. He's laying around.
This is good news. Give me a deception check.
You got one up to later around.
He's laying around. Oh boy. I'm not a deception. That was at a -1. It's a 2.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's laying out in the cavern. He's, I don't think he's going anywhere.
He's having a good rest.
I mean, I'm technically not lying.
What's wrong with him?
You should be like, he's resting peacefully.
Stomach hurts.
He's dead.
And that's fine.
No.
Then why would you say it is?
Then wow, you know who is missing, but you're wasting time here.
I found me kin.
Well, then bring them along. There's something more important to take care of.
Aye.
When I say he's dead, I'm judging the reaction of the others. What do they seem to be doing?
Jinjar looks taken aback. Sarah's like, okay.
Well, he's a drow.
He's
Yeah.
resting and it happens.
It, almost as if he expected it.
Yeah, he's a drow.
Yeah. You kind of think that he's trying to weigh between getting 3 new mouths and losing 1.
Well, I'm gonna tell him let's go, and I'm gonna tell Sarah, I'll be like, bring up the rear.
Give me a quick perception check.
That would be 22.
The other three are kind of catching with this. I was like, you sure of this? Is this legit?
What, that having bring up the rear?
No, the other three dwarves, like, they don't know what's going on. They just know someone's dead now.
Yeah, he's been murdered. For all I know, they done it.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. For all I know, you done it.
Oh, the dwarf from none but another soul.
I shoved an orc into a pit.
Because he's an orc. That's fine.
Well, I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Racist.
You do notice that all their shields have a foaming mob.
Oh, so they're Battlehammer.
There.
So, yeah, I'm gonna be like, come on, let's go.
They are following with you.
I want to make sure I'm ahead of him, so when he sees me, I can be like, tell him to go ahead of us. Neutral.
Alright.
So,
Derendil gets the gist of what's going on and starts rushing back.
okay.
He kind of points at stool first.
I
Oh, you have stool,
stool.
never mind, that's right. Pardon me.
What does he think?
Who, Derendil?
Stool.
Stool?
Does he have some sense of everything? Because he said he knew where he could find her.
He can find Sereth,
Okay,
the drow.
gotcha. Okay. Why is that?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know how, you know where he's at all times.
I just know what direction he's in.
Alright. Well, do you know where he was when we were asleep?
Where he always is when he takes watch or goes into reverie. Where the weird trainty think he does.
Do you think he killed Turvey?
No, he didn't leave where he was.
Well, at least I have some type of alarm system for one of us. Alright,
But he's good. He will protect us.
we're gonna go back.
Alright.
I don't believe he's good, but he's done his job so far, so. But yeah, I'll lead everybody ahead.
Well, his real name is Drix.
Yeah, true.
His friend is Drix.
Well, the only problem is that his eyes are red, not purple.
Lavender.
Lavender.
Contacts.
Pale purple.
They're a little purple. This color.
But when I got told that black could not be my favorite color, I said purple because of the roots. But are you two discussing anything with everyone else while we wait for them to get back?
Just what we said earlier.
I'd probably be asking people where they were.
So you're not ones to ask them anything else right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wanting to ask them. I'm gonna ask each one of the people individually where they were at the time while we were all like.
Who was on watch?
Were they? Yeah, who's on watch?
It was at the end of Rom and Jimjar's watch at the start of the twins'.
Okay.
And Jim Jar's not with us, right?
Jimjar's with
With-
Rom.
Yeah, okay.
This deep no.
Yes, that.
That's who I kind of thought.
Okay,
it was.
then I'll just ask them. I'll just ask them. How do they feel about Turvey?
He's a fine fellow. Has a bit of a smell to him, but amiable. Keep quiet. Jimjar.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
19.
He feels completely honest.
Okay.
Beautiful goes. I don't really give a shit.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Which absolutely pisses Topsy right off.
Do I need to get between them?
Maybe. Let's see, he starts screaming and like running at him.
Which one's the real one?
it was you! I bet it was you!
So which one said that?
The-
That was pooping out.
yeah,
That's
Oh,
what-
yeah.
I'll just.
He was fine fellow. This one I'm sure is one that don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since I'm talking to him, I'll get between him and her, and I'll pull
Here,
my
I
axe
guess we don't
out.
need that no. It's dead.
No, yeah, he's gone.
I'll pull my axe out and tell her that now is not the time for this.
You would always your weapon to your threats. Give me an
Don't sit down.
intimidation check.
Always with your weapons and threats. Like they've been bullied by the first before.
Yeah,
It's a 4.
4? Yeah, she don't give a shit.
I'm just gonna punch her.
Really?
Wow, I can't leave anybody in charge.
No, I'm not gonna punch her.
I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm not gonna punch her.
Now we're gonna be fighting when he gets back.
Yeah. Be a bunch of dead bodies laying around.
Alright.
Does,
She realizes he's being reckless after a few minutes. But she doesn't like this Darrow.
Well,
He's
that's,
kind of crazy.
well, that's what I tell her. I'd be like, you don't have to. She says something like, I don't like him. I'd be like, you don't have to like him, but right now, we need to figure out who did this so your brother can, you know, have some justice.
Aye.
She's just clearing daggers at him.
I'm looking at, or does he have any kind of weapons on him, Bill?
Bubido?
Yeah, Bill.
Does he have any weapons on him?
Not that I know of, no.
I think he has a dagger.
Because he's a pacifist for one.
I know he has like a little makeshift, no shoe charge pacifist.
Now, Bubido's a little spellcaster.
He's got a dagger.
And he has a stick with a bird's foot tied to the end of it.
Yeah,
That's his wand.
so
He made it in the prison.
he's, yeah, Bubido is, which one is he?
Darrow.
The Darrow, this guy, yeah. I didn't realize I had his sheet, but, yeah, he's a little badass.
Mhm.
So, yes, he does. I thought he was talking about Fish Face.
Yeah, I just,
The one that has shoe charge sheet.
can I make a perception of his dagger, or is it put up?
You can go ahead. Actually, you can say he's playing with it right now because it's bored.
That's a, perception. Of course, I don't put any points of perception, but I got an 18.
18. It looks rarely used. Like it's been used before, but it's rarely used.
You're a drunk. Why would you have points of perception?
I'm not drunk right now.
But I'm just.
No, I don't have it. I
In
don't
my
have
mind,
points of
in my
That's what I'm
mind,
saying.
Rom isn't actually a drunk. He just drinks.
Yeah.
A lot. He just can't get drunk.
He has cirrhosis.
Yeah.
But no, you can tell that the dagger, it's been used before. It has some chipping, scarring
Yeah.
marks, but it's by no means used often.
Yes, that's what I was looking
He just picked it up in prison. That's it.
Would it be sharp enough to cut like this?
It wasn't a raw dagger before this.
Okay. Fair enough.
And most of their weapons have been scavenged from the trial during the breakout.
Yeah. We went to the tower and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to look at the body one more time.
Okay.
I know he's cut open and everything. What about other wounds on his body? Did I notice any of them? Like what maybe killed him before they cut him open? Or was he like,
Give me a medicine check.
8?
8.
Damn it.
You see a wound. Get this stuff inside. It's a little bit red, kind of purplish now.
Even though I'm not finding anything, I asked,
My brother's over here.
yeah, say, how do you think he died?
I guess I'll have to.
I don't think he laid there while they
Have
cut
to look
at
him
it.
open. This is why
I got no idea. It looks like he was cut open, bro.
I don't think somebody would just lay there and let you.
You don't see any other wounds on his body.
Now I'm really worried. Now, yeah,
Maybe he was drugged.
that's what I'm thinking.
Alright.
Because he would have had. There's no way they cut that straight without him moving around.
Brawldrack, give me a survival check. Give him, you know your way back. It's more how long.
Are you sure I know my way back?
He got lost. Does he get advantage with the mushroom?
I got Dendril using his scent, keeping us on track.
That
Alright.
dead body smell.
So,
You find your way back. Takes about 2 hours to get there, give or take.
it makes sense. Took an hour to get back to camp, and they were an hour away, so.
Yeah.
So how soon do we hear them approaching? Do we?
Dendril's ahead of us, remember?
Yeah. Derendil,
Or Derendil, whatever their name is.
well, you see him kind of padding up, and he goes, they're coming.
Who's coming?
Oh, your brother and the others. They have guests.
Guests?
Yes. 3 short folk, like you.
Friendly?
Amiable, at least. They have not been aggressive as of yet. Very proud.
I'll turn to Bubudo and tell him to be on the ready. There's some unknown people coming with my brother.
So you're telling me to burn them when I see them?
No, just be
Are
on the
you
ready.
sure that's what you're saying? Because it sounds like what you're saying.
Well, you might have to do that, but listen.
Can I do that?
Not the first thing that you do. No, if they cause trouble, yes.
So they come in, they're loud, I burn them.
Maybe. I'll give you the go.
I'll live with that.
So you're talking to him, and you're like, where'd y'all go?
He was being loud. Oh, true.
Within 34 minutes, you start seeing Brawldrack marching up the tunnel. You see Jindar, Sereth, and Eldeth with them, but you see 3 new dwarves as well. Boober kind of leans over. Is this to go?
No.
But are you trying to hide the body or anything at this point in time?
I might stand in front of it.
I would say there's enough of them maybe that they're standing in front of it.
Yeah.
No.
Because, you know, we don't
Once
want
they tell us
people to
there's
see it.
other people.
Hey, and you can't
we're gonna-
smell it because we have
Yeah.
incense going.
We're gonna stand around it, I guess. No, there's other people.
Just doing.
I mean, they already know that he's been murdered. I
Does
told
it
them.
smell like
So.
patchouli?
No, I don't know what my incense smells like. L.
But they arrive. The 3 new dwarves, they're not entirely aware what's going on. They don't see the body. You notice the general goes, as he goes into the chamber, and Seraph doesn't make a sign as if he notices anything. And Eldeth doesn't look, he notices.
And now that we're here, I will turn to our Drown of their Deep Gnome. They were on watch when this happened, right?
It was Grom and Jimjar.
Jim Jar. Okay, and when I asked Jim Jar, you were on watch when this happened.
Was I?
Yeah.
I might have been asleep all my life.
I might have been asleep.
I'm going to insight him with a 11.
He's not trying to deceive you. So.
Do we all
If
hear
anything, he's
this?
confessing that he might have dozed off.
Do we all hear this?
Yeah, he's right there with everybody.
Okay, I'll tell him. I'll be like, you know that there is sometimes punishment involved with people falling asleep on watches.
I wouldn't know, I'm not a soldier. I play a lute.
He does.
Okay.
Maybe next time, you know.
Now I'm going to ask Grom. Were you asleep as well during this?
I'm gonna lie, because I think I was. I'm gonna say no.
The way he says, you know, he had to inside.
I'm gonna roll percentiles over here to see if you were actually asleep.
But no.
We were asleep.
You were asleep. Inside.
I'm going to ask him, do you know if Grom was asleep?
Not when I was asleep. He was for a bit when I was awake.
Okay. So when were you awake?
I think most of it goes off towards the end. We've been getting hours of 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night. It's been getting a bit rough. I apologize.
Who was the other one with us? Me, Jim Jar, and
No, it was groups two.
oh god, it's just us two.
Over there drinking fake ale in sleep.
Give me a knowledge check. Just cross the board real fast.
So you just want an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
that's
15.
Jesus, that saves me.
a 7?
You're the guy with the intelligence here.
8.
What you know is that Elven reveries, they're still aware of their surroundings.
Okay.
Jim Jar's a gnome, right?
Jim Jar's a gnome.
That's right.
When I asked the Drow, what does he know about all this?
Of Toby, not much. I saw him get up and leave for a minute. When I asked him of it, he said he had to use the bathroom.
And you didn't see anyone else leave?
Derendil left briefly but returned wet. I assumed he went to the stream we passed.
Derendil. Derendil is the...
Pulled off.
The Pugos.
This
Can,
thing?
can I insight Sarah on
Yeah, go ahead. Look at your sheet.
Should be not a bad idea. No, inside is not my thing. Today?
that? I got a 12 on that.
You can believe him so far, yeah.
So this is the Korgoth, right?
Yes, I'm gonna ask Derendil, I'll be like, why did you get up to leave?
I wish to wash myself.
Okay, well, do we know there's a stream?
You
out
had
this
passed
way?
the stream previously.
Okay.
Like it was within 30 minutes out.
Okay,
That's one of the reasons why you kind of parked here, is because you can get water.
okay, that's right.
How big are his claws?
Derendil's claws, he might be able to hold a gnome in it.
Do we all know that he was transformed at this point?
Yeah, he's talked about it.
He's not shut up about it.
And he's got this little thing around his head.
Well, didn't he say something about eventually he would lose himself?
Yeah,
He's afraid of
that's
losing
right,
himself
yeah.
to the beast.
I'll ask him. You said something about losing yourself to your animal side. Now, have you had any moments where you don't remember where you've been, what you've been doing?
Not at all.
Okay.
I went to the stream, I groomed and washed, as is respectful, and returned.
How far is the stream from here?
From here, it's about 15, 20 minutes. It's not too terribly far.
Which one's the tracker?
It's kind of
Is it
at
you?
an angle.
Huh?
Are you the tracker out of the three of us?
Yeah, that's me.
Picture the stream being here, camps here, the sites here.
So it's almost a triangle.
I'm like, so you would have footprints going to the,
On stone.
Rocks.
oh,
There
yeah.
is some loose dirt, but I don't know if I made a
And if the water there is,
If it's running, it'll wash the prints away.
yeah,
Mhm.
but that don't mean he
On the
left
bank.
blood somewhere.
Yeah, because he went to wash off the blood.
Alright,
Do you not trust me?
well, you're the only one that left when he left.
And
Technically, they have left at different times.
Okay, who left first?
Derendil.
Derendil. And then Terry left afterwards.
A good bit afterwards, like a little bit before his watch, Derendil was already back.
Okay. But he never returned though. Did they both go the same direction?
Yes.
See?
But
Derendil had returned before.
Derendil was already back before he left.
Oh, was he now? Okay.
I asked anybody else, I said, I can't find out how Turvey died. Does anybody else know how?
Detect magic again.
Alright?
Now that I got a bunch of new people here. Everybody that came with us, I detect magic and I'm looking at them.
Fine. No magic.
No magic. Derendil still got the little swirly thing around his head?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that you know it's there, it's kind of hard not to see.
Alright. Oh boy here. I'm gonna ask him, how well do you know magic?
Which one?
My little Darrow friend.
Good enough.
See if there's magic on him. That's what I'm gonna ask him.
On
Yes.
Derendil?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him that something glows above his head.
Derendil looks very confused. Yeah, he seems to be under some form of enchantment.
Okay. So, I'm gonna ask you, do you think this enchantment would allow somebody to take control of him? Maybe cause him to murder our poor gnome here?
It is known of the school, but the enchantment is more not as. It would have to be connected to another to control.
Can you dispel it?
Oh yes, of course.
Do it.
Bubado casts a spell. You see through the chat magic the threads clicking away.
Mm-hmm.
You hear an echo of a scream, and all sense of civility fades from Derendil's face as he howls.
Oh,
Roll initiative.